Hey fishing freaks, welcome back to the channel. Glad you're here. I got something a little bit different here for you today. Normally I just kind of roll some fishing footage and you know, we go through, we catch some fish together. It's a virtual experience and all is good. But recently went fishing with lunkers. We got back from Colorado, we went on this trip. It was a tough day, I'll get into that in a minute, but going through my footage and I've got zero audio. Now, instead of scrapping the video, what I'm going to do is deep dive into exactly what we were doing, how we were catching fish, and what we thought was going on during the day. I don't normally do that in my videos because I'm concentrating on fishing and there's other things going on and you just don't think about that stuff while you're in the moment. So this is going to be a little bit different. It's kind of after the fact and I'm going to narrate this a little bit with my sexy bass voice so you guys can kind of see what's going on exactly while it's happening. And the reason why I didn't have any audio for all you YouTubers out there that are trying to make some videos, this audio cable right here, this is an adapter for a GoPro. I've gone through a bunch of these. Lunkers has gone through a bunch of these. Pretty much all of us bass fishing YouTubers have gone through a bunch of these. Because what you do is you set the hook and this thing, it hits it and then it gets all crackly and it's gone. And while I was on my Colorado trip, I smashed it and I think that's what did it. Anyways, it's done. So audio was toast and I'm gonna narrate this for you. Instead of just having lemons, we're gonna squeeze the crap out of them and make it some magic bass juice out of it. How about that? Magic bass juice, let's go. All right, me and Rob are back in Texas and it's time to redeem ourselves from some really cold, I know my last couple fishing trips haven't been so good. Yours have been better, but our goose hunting wasn't exactly on point. So it's time to get back on the water and catch some big old green ones. Let's go do it. So we get out there on the lake and the water is about 63 degrees. We've got about 10-mile-an-hour winds and there is a tournament going on. Ton of boats out there. There's some kayak fishermen. It's a busy day, as many boats as we've ever seen. So we pull up to our first area and we start fishing shallow around the bank. And I'm throwing a jig right here. Rob's throwing a little shaky head, I believe. This is actually a jig that one of you sent in. And I put a little, it's a big bite craw on the back there. And we're just hitting these little pocket areas. It's got this nice broken up reeds around the bank, and I just missed one right there. We're fishing about an hour into the day right now, and it's just getting tough. So we decide to go over to an area where we think the bass have to be. We've caught them there every time we've been to this lake. I start throwing a crankbait. Rob's throwing a bunch of different baits as well, and we are just not getting the bites in that zone where we think we should be getting bites. Trying everything we know. So then we move over to another area. We said maybe this spot isn't working out, and this spot is about a third of the way into a creek. It's got some trees around. Rob hooks into the first fish with a shaky head worm. He's throwing a watermelon red shaky head, and we are starting to downsize here. He's got some really light line that he's starting to use, and we're starting to, you know, go into finesse tactics because we're not seeing any bass caught. So Rob hooks up with another one, same thing, on the shaky head. And it is almost into those little reed patches that you see on the bank. The fish are starting to move up a little bit, I feel like, at this time. It's about 10:30, the sun's really coming out, and they're starting to get up there around that grass. So I decide to take a flick shake head and then put on a trick worm. Same thing Rob's using. Watermelon red. I love using watermelon red in the springtime. It's about the only time I really throw it, and I put that chartreuse spike it dip and glow on it, or some sort of dye. And I'm throwing at these stumps. You can see these isolated stumps that are out there. And then I try a shaky head as well. We move out to this point thinking that it might be out there a little bit deeper before going into this pocket, but we just didn't get any bites. So then it's time to put on the Mojo rig. Now if you've seen some of my older videos, you've seen this rig. It is an excellent way to catch fish when the fish are being a little finicky in the pre-spawn and spawn, and it's basically just a finesse Carolina rig. I've got a a light weight on there. It's a 1/8 ounce weight on 15-pound test fluorocarbon line. There's no swivel or anything. It's just pegged on there about a foot above a fluke. And I like watermelon seed or watermelon red, and I dip that tail in chartreuse, and that's a 4/0 extra wide gap hook on there. And I just kind of drag this along the outside edges where I think these fish are starting to move up. These fish that Rob has caught look fresh, so they don't look spawned out. So we're still in a pre-spawn situation. And again, no one is catching fish. We're not seeing anybody catch fish, so we're slowing down. And here we go. I hook up pretty soon right after I tie that rig on. Just going very slowly, just finesse style. And it's on that fluke. The fluke just has like a gliding action on the bottom with that weight. It's a very finesse presentation that the bass, they just have a hard time handling it. It is hard for them to resist it. So got my first fish in the boat finally, and it's a chunk. This is a better quality fish, and he swallowed it. He had it good. That's a nice one. We're gonna get a nice little smell on that one. We're gonna get a good sniff. Hadn't caught a bass in a while. You always got to get a good sniff of him. Yes. And there we go. So I'm going to stick with that rig a little bit longer, but I don't end up getting any more bites on that bank, even though I'm fishing really slow. There's Rob planking in the middle of his boat. He had an accident, fell down. I was a nice guy, decided to help him back up in his dire situation. So then we continue down the bank. Rob hooks into one more fish here with his shaky head. Apparently they like the bait on the bottom more than suspended. I tried that flick shake worm, normally a wacky worm. Weightless is awesome. They just weren't having it. They were close to the bottom, and that shaky head really did the job there. It's not a big fish, but as tough as the day was, we were glad to have it. I got stuck on something really weird right here, and I was like, what the heck is this? It turns out to be a seine net. People were seining tilapia or something out of this thing, so we decided to be nice and throw that in the boat, get it out of someone else's hair. I'll let Rob explain what's going on here, but we basically just saw that the temperature was in a specific zone where those bass were biting.
All right, Rob, what have we noticed here?
Well, we were wondering why that grass patch right over there to the left, why all 4 fish came off there. Then we started looking at our surroundings. We noticed that the water temp had dropped 2 degrees as we went back. So now we're going back up, and as we go up, it's literally going up every 30 seconds, it's going up 0.2 degrees. We're catching all the fish in 67.5 degree water, and back there it was 65.5, so. Hopefully we go up here to this point, we can maybe find some deeper fish in the warmer water.
So then we decide to go over to the other side of the bank where the temperature might be the same, because we're at a hot water lake and that water's blowing. And it's about 65 degrees. And we're just trying to hit it with a spinnerbait and a crankbait. Rob had one swipe at a spinnerbait, and that was it. So I decided to slow down with a jig and flip that around a little bit. It just looked too good. The nice broken up patches on the outside of this grass line looked great. So I ended up hooking up into a nice fish. The prettiest largemouth I've caught in a long time. Had some nice stripes on his face. Looked like, you know, Florida strain. Again, on that jig. Tied that jig on. Looked so good. I was hoping to get a bite on it. Finally did. And you know I gotta smell this guy. He's gonna smell so sweet. Holding him kind of weird right here. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I went in for a sniff and he kind of flopped on me, so I had to bear hug him a little bit. Yeah, he's trying to get away, but you know, Rob has not sniffed one in a while, so I offered him a sniff and he obliged, and then we let that fish go. It was a good one. Proud to have that guy. After that, it was tough goings. We tried out a little bit deep and got no bites, so we decided to head in. And we actually do have audio right here, so I'll let real-time LFG and Lunkers explain what's going on the back of this boat. All right, we are done. We are done. That was an absolute grind today, fellas. And look at this. Look at this old jewel right here that we got. This is our biggest catch of the day, Rob.
Dude, look what it did to the boat.
The green monster. What are those on your boat? Like little, those are little bugs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
okay,
my god, it's all over your hands.
I'm putting that down. There's all sorts of worms in here.
Dude, what did you
I was just holding that in my hand. Look at all this. Look at all these little worms, dude.
What is this crap?
Look at that. That is nasty. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little magic bass juice action right there. I know it was a tough day, but we committed and we locked it down and brought that video to you guys still. Now if you want to go check out the real-time audio video, you can go check out Rob's channel. He's got it all there. And hey guys, you know what? We're almost to 200,000 subs. Actually, we might actually be there right now. So I'm so thankful for everybody that's come on board lately. You guys are just coming on in like a rush of salmon. It's awesome. But it's happened so fast, I haven't had time to even think about a giveaway yet. So I'm definitely going to do a giveaway. So stay tuned for the next few videos coming out, and we'll definitely do something. And lastly, just let me know what you thought about this format of the video. This happened accidentally, but it was a chance for us to deep dive a little bit into the action more. So if you thought it was cool and interesting and you might want to see more of those, let me know in the comments, guys, and hit the like button for the dedication on the tough day and the audio problems and getting it out there. Guys, thanks for coming to the channel. Thanks for subbing. You're awesome, and we'll see you on the next video.